Congrats, Mogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today I got a spicy deck for beautiful mofos, as I am bringing back Ezreal and Renekton in a deck called EZREAL Renekton. This is an archetype that I showcased actually really early on with the first batch of the Shyvana expansion. I believe it was the first deck that I showcased with Renekton alongside Ezreal. But it was a very incomplete version of the deck. I was inspired by a concept that my boy Impetuous Panda sent my way, but the deck didn't really work out too well, honestly. It needed some optimization, and also the meta was quite different. You know, there was no Ezreal Aurelion amongst other things. So, but ever since we got the new patch, the new batch of the expansion, or the latest expansion, because I don't know, it's not technically an entire expansion, so I don't know exactly how to label it, which is why sometimes I stutter over it. But ever since we got the new expansion, let's call it that, we got Merciless Hunter. Obviously, this is not included in Shyvana decks in general, but I figured that I may make use of this card in its current state, which is broken as hell, and actually find some other concepts that could synergize well with it. And one of the things that came to mind is this card promotes Ezreal's level up. So not only does she improve Renekton, for those of you who get triggered, she also helps me level up Ezreal as well, which is really important. And another very key tool that we got for the Shyvana Piltover Ezreal based combination is Scrying Sands. The cool thing about Scrying Sands is that we can use it to predict, to draw into some very key cards to lead for our late game, which is pretty specific, and I'll explain that in a bit. And it can also help us stay alive early on and survive some trades and give us a little bit of support on defense, because you guys can tell most of our power lies in our offense here, as we are utilizing a deck focused on vulnerability. We want to make our opponent's units vulnerable, kill them down, level up Ezreal, because all these cards, Exhaust, Scrying Sands, Ruthless Predator, Merciless Hunter, Bakai Sandspinner, and of course Static Shock to help finish up the level up, help us, like I said, level up Ezreal. So we are able to basically pick off the opponent's curve and their board as we level up Ezreal, get some damage in, hopefully get some good hits off with the Fearsome and with the Overwhelm from Renekton, as we are able to get them low so that we can finish them off with Ezreal. And a lot of times, because we're spending so many burst speed spells that are pretty cheap trying to get these exchanges going on, we can run out of gas, which is why we're running something that seems pretty crazy, and that is a full set of Progress State. But believe me, this is absolutely necessary. I was playtesting with this deck. I tried one at first. I'm like, God, it's not enough. I tried two. I'm like, you know what? I need more. And then sometimes when I play three, I wish I had four, because like I said, we run out of gas really fast. But by having Progress Day, we can refuel and end the game with Ezreal as the match progresses. So that is why this, alongside a full set of Static Shock, is really important for us to not run out of steam, because our curve is otherwise pretty low. We're also playing the Academy Prodigy, which is today's thumbnail, because I absolutely love this art, and I never really got to build a deck with this card, even though it's part of the core set, because she's just a 3-1 with quick attack. So there's not much reason to play her in the majority of the decks. But in this current meta, only Shadow Owls really is playing Vile Feast, and Fresh Nass is only playing 2 copies of it, not even 3. So there's not as many pings running around as you would see usually, even though there are different cases, right? But one of the key reasons why this deck came to be is because I believe it capitalizes. I don't think it has a tremendous win rate over EZREAL Aurelion, but it can beat it down. It can outpace it, and it can take down its units with our vulnerable procs. And it's very important for me to build a deck that can actually match up decently against EZREAL Aurelion. And that's what this deck does. And Academy Prodigy, the quick attack, with all of these vulnerables, is really strong, is low-key really strong, especially in matches where they don't have pings. Yeah, if you're playing Ezreal Draven, then this card is terrible. But if you're playing something like Demacia, for example, or like I said, anything that cannot ping, like EZREAL Aurelion, then you don't really care about the 1 health much at all, and you're able to just feed off on units. You play your Merciless Hunters and your Bakai Sandspinners, and then you're using your 2-drop to just kill them off for free. And you're applying pressure, getting that nice Fearsome blocker in the process with that 3 power. She's basically like a worse solution in a way that doesn't level up, if that makes any sense. And considering the region combination, there's nothing else that's better at 2 mana. Like, she's actually legitimately very good in this deck, which makes me very excited, because this card, like, I've never seen it in constructed before, and I figured it would be a really cool way to showcase it. So we have Bakai Reaper. This is one of the main reasons why this deck can push a lot of damage. This card is really important. Without this card, this deck would lose its win rate dramatically, because Bakai Reaper, with all these vulnerables, will grow significantly. And it proves to me that this card is actually really strong outside of a Shadow Isles based shell. And that is really, really key, because some people think that this card only belongs in Shadow Isles decks with self-killing and stuff. And no. In this build, they grow really fast, and they can lead to tremendous damage. And with cards like Exhaust and with our Bakai Sand Spinner, we can really nullify the fearsome blockers and just push in insane amounts of damage with this one drop right here. We're playing a couple of copies of Dune Keeper to help us a little bit in the early game. I used to have 3 copies, but again, that's when I went 3 copies into Progress. We want to make sure that we have enough spells so that we can seriously enable that late game Ezreal finish, because a lot of times if we have too many units, like this is why 2020 worked out for me, because having 20 spells makes it so the vast majority of the time when I go for a progress lane and I start fishing for spells, I don't overdraw units, which is really, it feels really bad when you're trying to close out the game with Ezreal. We have a one-off of Rite of Calling in case we need to find Ezreal in the late game and we can't find them, and it can also combine well with our Dune Keeper as well. So ladies and gentlemen, that is the deck list right there. Put a lot of thought into it, experimented a lot, and I'm super happy with the results. Today's gameplay is amazing. Like, I think it really highlights the potential of the deck and just how competitive it can actually be. I'm really proud of this because it's been a while since I've built like a brand new deck that actually performs well, especially in this very oppressive meta. So leave a like if you enjoyed the games, and try out the deck yourselves, and that's basically it. Hope you enjoy the matches. Have a Sol day. Hope you had a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we're recording, right? I forgot to click on recording. All right, we are facing Shyvana Aurelion Sol. And we have the Bakai Reaper here set up with Bakai Sand Spinner at the end. I mean, this curve is nice, so I actually do just want to keep it. It's all units, but generally speaking with this deck, it's what you want to see early on.
The Emperor commands, the land
This is a curve that I'm happy with. Double Bakai.
Sand and blood!
Dragon Chow is... he blocked on there. Mr. No Talker. That's a very bad play, because you are literally preventing the same amount of damage by blocking through Sand Soldier, but you take 1 less damage.
Forgetting is death to an immortal. What has brought this to the unseen?
Now I play Mercer's Hunter.
Gonna find a kiss for Renekton, right, Arda?
Another day guarding the walls. Always forward!
Triple Fearsome, we don't mind him blocking for Mercer's Hunter, because that will buff up our Bakais.
Your time of the cycle is done.
Look at that. Look at that damage! Bakai Reaper is a pretty good card, in my opinion. Yeah, no. I'm happy with this deck next turn. I don't know about you. Really now.
Observe the price of ambition.
Alright.
Sand and blood! No place for men.
We're attacking like this. Single combat. If I Mystic Shot, I preserve the 5-3, but I think I'm okay with that. Mystic Shotting this gives me 1 more hit.
The life undone.
Preserving the 5-3 body would have been nice, but... I'm gonna play Ezreal.
Time for a true display of skill.
was I thinking? That was really silly on my part.
I serve my people with pride.
Alright, I gotta keep going for these progress things. Yeah, that was really silly. That I derped really hard there. Like that was not, you know, I was saying about my opponent's misplay, but that was a massive display on my end.
Violence, chaos, and destruction.
I play Reggaeton.
Break them.
Single combat. I'm gonna have to turn from single combating with Shyvana, and I'm gonna keep this scrying sans as a surprise in case he tries to single combat me. And concerted strike. Oh. Alright, double progress day. That's why we run 3. We don't want to run on the gas.
No retreat.
This is worth it for 5 damage. You could have a hush. Alright.
Vengeance. So cultured.
I would not have joined their cause were they not. End them. Suffer my fury. Hold still. There are none like me.
Man, that misplay earlier, that misplay was a big deal. Like, throwing my Ezreal like that. Ugh. See if we can recover from that. Okay. Let's pass over first. Try to see if we can draw into another Ezreal to have another Mystic Shot enabled. Okay, Renekton is also good.
How they stare.
See what we see.
Let's see if we bait him to make a mistake. Yeah. Just tap out. Like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Arda's gonna make a meal of them. Renekton, I found something special for you.
If it bleeds, it's special enough.
They don't know what they're up against. Thought you'd never ask.
We know two of those. Well, one of those cards. That's interesting that he have to block to trade into that. Because all I need to do is top deck a spell. Oh, can I top deck a spell?
Firing.
The constellations bow to me. Now they'll pay attention.
Oh! Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see, I have a star shaping. Oh, got him! Oh man! But I played this one bad. Like, sometimes even if you win, you have to acknowledge.
Easy.
No, easy. Let's not get cocky. I played that bad. All right, this is a tough matchup. We do want to drop Ezreal as of now. I'm gonna keep the Bakai Sand Spinner and the Exhaust, and the Bakai Reaper. Renekton is something that we like to draw here, but it's hard because keeping units. Our units don't have the highest health, and you know they're kind of frail, right? I mean they're not super frail, but they are kind of frail. And this deck can just have all the answers. Because we're very combat based, and this deck can go without combat, without focusing on combat pretty well.
Safety mode? Didn't know one.
The best answer for this is Static Shock, so playing Academy Prodigy on curve is nice, because if they do want to answer it this turn, it has to be through an even trade.
Back to fun.
If not, every ounce of damage that we get matters. Yeah, trading that for a Coin Strike, that's fantastic. Considering it's Ezreal Draven, that's better than what I would have expected for the Academy Prodigy, because it's just a horrible matchup for her right here. Pass. We don't have to.
Where I go, courage follows.
Yeah, to be expected. I'm gonna Mystic Shot. Ravenous Flock is coming. Yep. That's not great. We got 2 damage in, 3 damage in total, but this is nowhere where we want to be like that. Arachnoid Sentry play is something that I was concerned about. But not much I can do about it. We're just vulnerable to that. If we can't preserve our board, then a lot of these combat tricks just kind of become a little bit useless. That's why we play cards like Scrying Sands to help us out in combat, but...
Look what good comes of mortal greed.
We're running out of gas, so at this point...
Humanity is obsolete.
Only human.
Right.
Safety disengaged.
I'm gonna try to eliminate this, even though Mystic Shot can stop it, but he's got 4 cards in hand, so his options are more limited. And getting rid of the Ballistic Bot is really important, because this can just allow them to have constant synergy with that.
Time for the main event.
I was expecting like a Thermogenic Beam perhaps, but I mean, I will block into... I'm gonna take this hit.
What is darkness to the unseen?
Let's pass here. Let's see what they got. Alright, Static Shock. How's our Ezreal looking? Ezreal's pretty much close to leveled up here.
Forgetting is death to an immortal.
See what we see.
You will serve through me.
They have double axes.
Pride was my end, as it will be yours. To ruin.
Powering through this Captain Ferret's gonna be difficult. But I feel like this is the best way to spread out the board state and be able to match my opponents. Okay, here's Ezreal, which was very important. If I can not take as much damage.
Coming right up.
Foolish.
Getting a good hit off with the Reggaeton is important. I'm gonna lead off with you.
Look what good comes of mortal greed.
You cannot hide forever, Nasus.
I know I'm playing the Thermogenic Beam, but I have to set things up.
Nasus!
Charged up and ready to go.
Academy Project and Threaten just eliminating this Captain Ferret. He has 3 cards barring the Axes. What if I have to play this?
I'm so good, I surprised myself. Don't blink, or you miss me.
Here we go.
Fall to pieces.
For the hubris.
All the answers.
No way.
That's one hell of a top deck. Well, we tried. GG. God damn it. Tough match. It's about time. I don't know if you guys have been enjoying my slow death into madness while recording daily with this thing around. I don't know if you noticed, like every day I'm a little bit more insane. Let's see how I end up. We're gonna keep the Dune Keeper defensively. I don't really think so, right? I mean, I like the Merciless Hunter. The Academy Project can be really good here as well. I'm gonna keep this. It's just enough interaction. I'm not gonna play Dune Keeper though because I have Academy Prodigy with exhaust potential.
Safety mode.
Didn't know it.
Everything's better with company.
Says you.
Get back some punch.
Even if they have Shapestone, that's a cool thing about Academy Prodigy is I don't have to worry. Now we have some synergy here. Nice.
Shurima, your emperor has returned.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton, right, Arda?
Remember this day.
This one's a fighter.
In Shurima's name.
Alright.
The desert by my side.
Spin it round, throw it down.
The cliffs themselves are my barracks.
Here we go.
Academy Prodigy putting in the work here.
The sun disk shines on us all.
Renekton, I found something special for you.
If it bleeds, it's special enough.
I'm gonna save this too. I mean, I can block with you here. Take the damage from that. All right. Okay, so I have to drag you, but this will take it out unless he has like a shape stone. But in that case, that's 7, 10. Yeah, we still kill him. So.
We'll find our prey. Cut them down, no retreat.
Let's get it. Let's get it! Get knocked the fuck out, baby! Woo! There we go! That's how you do it! No, Reggaeton voice line because he died for our sins, but fuck yeah! Now, that's an interesting matchup. Overwhelm is not something that I took into account when designing this. I'm gonna drop the Rite of the Calling. Mystic Shot can be good, so we'll keep it. And we do keep the Academy Prodigy as well. They mulligan 3 out of 4 cards. I really like the Academy Prodigy art. I don't know, it looks really sick. It's never gonna be the thumbnail.
The Emperor commands, the land obeys. Always forward.
Charged up and ready to go.
We're not gonna attack. Like we want to get a good.
As I live, all will die.
Look what good comes of mortal greed.
No retreat.
My turn. I could have played Merciless Hunter into that, honestly. To play on curve, but I wanted to bait him into developing something. Though, to be fair, I should have thought about that play more. That was a bit awkward because I didn't have a good target to vulnerable, but at the same time, I had a good attack there. Carrying the spell mana is nice, though.
We fight.
They bleed!
Fall to pieces.
Face your end.
Alright.
You're dead meat!
Pain is nothing.
The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Gotta find a gift for Renekton! Right, Arda?
What is darkness to the unseen?
I'm gonna play Bakai Reaper.
Sun's beneath me and wind's behind me.
Renekton! I got something special for you!
If it bleeds, it's special enough.
One shot.
No surrender.
Move.
Cycle is done.
Firing.
All these flash freezes.
Bristle, attack!
The dark closes in.
They don't know what they're up against.
This allows us to survive unless they have double Shapestone or something.
The soul wears away like grains of sand.
Watch and learn.
So we played several flash freezes.
Nailed it.
Out here, you're moving, or you're dead.
Mystic shot for 3.
Charge. Hail, War Mother.
Drive them before us, Era.
We Mystic shot again. Step up.
Born for conquest.
Booyah! Booyah! Ha ha ha! Nice! Oh!
Easy.
Easy, baby! The comeback, though. Draven Jinx. I think Reggaeton is super important, this one. I do want to keep one Static Shock, and I'll keep the Merciless Hunter as well. Okay, I'm happy to see that Dune Keeper. Dune Keeper could be a good answer turn 1 to some aggression. Okay.
Emperor commands, the land obeys.
Oh, it is
The great day for reckoning. Let's do with this and this.
Azir's command.
We want to trade the 1/1. That's great. We want to clear their board.
the sun's out, the crowd's ready. Let's reckon!
Very nice. I think I definitely want to continue clearing their board. As much as I would like to play the Makai Reaper. Does I have the static shock for this anyways? Yeah.
Look what good comes of mortal greed.
Wrap 'em up tight.
It's Draven time.
Forgetting is death to an
Now play
immortal.
Makai Reaper.
Goddesses need victims.
Humble yourself.
So it is.
Let's bait in the vision.
Time for the moneymakers.
Fulfilled a life undone. Your mind cycle is done.
I thought you'd never ask.
Anything else?
Stop bragging if you can back it up.
An attack like this, double fearsome, which may encourage him to go for a spinning axe. So they go for a rummage, searches through a deck. If they go for a get excited, we can react.
Charge!
Level up Ezreal.
They don't know what they're up against.
Beautiful. He's so cheesy. Woohoo!
Axes coming right up.
At this point, we play safe.
You're dead meat.
We played safe.
Fulfilled a life undone.
Excited there. But at this point, we got so much card draw.
Gonna find a gift for Renekton. Right on.
We got these merciless hunters.
It's Draven time.
Looking good, kid.
What is darkness to the
Gonna play the
unseen?
Makai Reaper.
We love it when they run.
This is folly. For the humans.
That's right. Run.
Here's it for the win. and they have a Whirling Death, we get excited. I don't care if it's BM man, I want to establish dominance! Booyah. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful.